Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are fine at your ends. Happy Diwali to you guys. Hope you guys had enjoyed the Diwali with the same spirit. Myself was away a little bit for a business meet abroad, so I was not having much time to excuse my time to and get some information for you guys. So day before yesterday, I came back and I thought that I was thinking that I had not posted any videos, so I thought that in between where I got the time to check my YouTube channel and I saw some few people, new people are subscribing me and those things. And I felt very happy, the way that means you are away also. People are just going through your channels, YouTube channel, and they're watching them and they're subscribing, and that makes me really motivated. So today when I was sitting, I had got a little bit time. I was sitting that I was just scrolling down and I was seeing every day the same things which we are seeing is religious fights between one religion to other religion in social media as well. If you take any news channels also the same thing. Whatever things is happening, it is because of that religion and those things. It comes to that last point is that. So I was thinking, what is Hinduism? I was born in Hindu. I was born as a Hindu because my father mother taught me the culture of Hinduism. So I was thinking that when I was born, the time I got consciousness, my thought process were aligned. That is the time my mother and father told me that we are your this is your mother, this is my father, father, biological mother. So mind accepted that because there was no other thoughts in between. So you always remember. So I did few research on that. What exactly it is? The one thing which I got the truth is Hinduism is not a religion. Hinduism is the way of living. Hinduism, the way of life and consciousness. Hinduism is not merely a religion or caste. It is a timeless way of living, a consciousness that teaches us how to coexist harmoniously with nature and all living beings. It embodies, values of compassion, respect, and non-violence towards every creature. This is the thing which I got when I started researching down. Historically speaking, Hinduism, known as a Sanatana Dharma, has been practiced for thousands of years, more than 20, 30,000 above. Long years before the advent of foreign invasion, it is a way of life that emphasizes in harmony with nature, treating every being with dignity and compassion. However, you can say over the centuries, foreign invasions brought profound changes. Many communities were converted, and these conversions were often forced upon people, reshaping the cultural and spiritual landscape. Those who embraced other faiths often did so under pressure. Because when researched, I got these things. And over time, this contributed to the complex social fabric we see today. What we see in today in social media platforms, whatever we see in YouTubers and those things, doing influencers. In India, the caste system was also manipulated and reinforced during different periods of history, sometimes causing division and inequality. The social pressures and economic hardships led some individuals to seek refuge in other faiths, further blending cultures and identities. It is crucial to recognize that Hinduism is more than just a label or a religion category. It is a deep, enduring philosophy of life that transcends time and place. It teaches us to honor every being and to live in harmony regardless of external influences. As we move forward, it is essential to focus not only on economic development and infrastructure, but also on emotional and social well being. We must strive to remove caste based distinctions and promote unity and equality, ensuring that we stand together as one nation. Moreover, it's a vital call upon our government to remove caste system and religion based columns from employment applications and organizational records. Development must begin with us by erasing these inequalities and fostering true unity, my friends. When we remove these distinctions, we pave the pathway for a more equitable society and where every individual is truly seen as equal. When I did few researches, I got for certain things that Hinduism is not just a religion. It is the eternal way of living, embracing every being with compassion and unity, and ensuring equality. For Hinduism has always followed the principle of ahimsa, non-violence, and respect for all living beings. At its heart, it teaches that every creature, no matter how small, has the right to live on this earth. Life in all these forms is sacred, and our duty is to coexist with compassion. If you take throughout the history, humans have adapted different, you can say, adapted differently according to their environment. The people who lived in desert lands survived by hunting and managing animals differently because their circumstances required it. Survival sometimes demanded actions that were not perfectly aligned with non-violence. But in Asia, guided by our principles, Hindu principles, it's not a religion, Hindu, it's a way of living the life. People sought to live harmony with nature, minimizing harm and respecting all life whatever possible. See, the creator knows how to make every being survive. The creator knows how to make every being survive. If differences among humans were meant to be imposed physically, he should have marked them on our bodies. Very simple. If differences among humans were meant to be imposed, he would have marked them on our bodies. Instead, humans were given intelligence, consciousness, and moral responsibility, the ability to choose compassion, coexistence, and ethical living. Hinduism reminds us that our duty is not only towards humans, but towards the entire web of life, you can say. Towards the entire web of life. Hinduism reminds us that our duty is not only towards humans, but towards the entire web of life, respecting life, practicing compassion, and maintaining harmony with nature are at the core of our spiritual and moral responsibility. I think Hinduism is not a kind of what do you say, a kind of religion. If you ask me, when I did few researches, how other religion came to our country, it is very simple. I don't want to elaborate in a very professional way. It is very simple. All few people might be knowing that. Some came, invaders came here. They tortured our people. They invaded our territories. They converted our people, our ancestors. Some people might have fought with them, but at the end of the day, they were forcefully converted. Some people, they might have feared about them, and they got converted. That is the one instance which happened. The second instance, if you go through in India, you just travel around, because I'll keep myself traveling. You just move around to India. You can see the people who are mostly converted is into the coastal lines of that people. Coastal line, the people who are living in coastal line of India. So what happened, in those places, there were a lot of lower caste, those people were living. And in India, that was also a very, very big issue. Many years before, this upper caste, they have tortured this lower caste people, and they don't had any go. See, we cannot, okay, we can use some professional language, but truth remains the same. Everybody knows this. This had happened. So those are the days when we had sorted the refugee to the foreign these things. Might be, because if you go to those places and you see certain names still there in the name of Hindu, but their surnames might be carrying a different name which has got a different religion. Now why? Because the reason is this. Because to withstand that, they might have changed or converted their religion to some other, where they got the comfortness, where they might be financially also been helped out. They might have got the financial help also from them. So, as a human beings, what I feel that today our government, Indian government also, we are developing and we are developed also in certain places. We are standing now, I think, in the third position. But get me little bit moreover to the towards the we emotionally we are not into that third kind of things. We might have developed with metro trains, monorails, airports, shopping malls, hyper malls for the people. We wanted to upbring those lower class people, middle class people. We wanted to make them more, what do you say, spending power to them. Everything is there, but still our mindset is behind that. Because why? We have not developed through our emotions and mindset. Still, if you go to any of the employment, when you go to any of the government educational system also, when you fill a form for an admission, still it says the caste, still it says the religion. I think we need to remove that things from our books of Indian this thing policies. We need to remove. We need to remove from our constitution by saying this shit should not be there, this column should not be there. Treat everybody as a human being. This caste system, this religion column should be removed from the educational, from the employment side, and from the organization, and even from the MNC companies who are still practicing. If you go to their websites and if you wanted to put a resume, add a resume to their website, you will see this shit things still are going out. So I wanted to urge the government of India. We are doing a lot of developments, but the first development, the first change should happen on this infrastructure. Economically, we are growing, everything is growing, but we have not grown. Our mindset is still standing still on one place. Hope you guys will agree on to the points whatever I have put forward to you guys. Thanks for watching my videos. Share my videos, like my videos, and if you want to listen some topics from my side, please come back and put a comment onto that. I will research onto that topic and I'll come with my perception. And if anything is wrong, please write onto this, write as a comment that this is the place you went wrong, and I'm happy to change that, because nobody is perfect in this world. So let's embrace the human being. Let's embrace that we are human beings and move forward together and bring a very big developed nations from all the angles of life. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. See you. Take care.